High Arctic on high alert. In Russia's neighbour Norway, it looks like Nato is ready for action. In 73 years, the strategic partnership here has rarely felt as imperative as it is today. And here to commit further resources to it, the UK Defence Secretary.
When you're flying on instruments, what have you got that, or what haven't you got that others have got that you can do more in?
A resurgent Russia is redefining regional relationships. Norway has been training since the end of the Second World War to protect itself should its Russian neighbours ever set foot on this land. So militarily, in theory at least, little has actually changed here. In reality though, for many, there has been a shift in mindset, an unease, a realisation once again of just what Russia is willing to do. For a month now, 30,000 NATO troops from around the world have amassed on Norway. A joint exercise, war games on a vast scale, years in the planning, but which have coincided with a real war with another of Russia's neighbours. Until a month ago, these conscripts believed what they trained for here would forever remain just part of an exercise.
A really big change going from high school, and you have to really grow up quite fast.
Does it feel different being in the army now to when you started in August?
Yeah, definitely. We're practicing, but we're really actually practicing for what could happen. Yeah.
It's important to practice while we're still able to.
Do you actually get worried about it?
Yeah.
Russia's apocalyptic threats have been met with severe sanctions on Western weaponry, but no NATO action, and no real detail on what will end this war.
The Prime Minister says Putin must fail in Ukraine. What he said, which is absolutely true, Putin's invasion of a sovereign country must fail. He must not be successful in that ambition. He must not be successful in effectively following ethnic nationalism as a way to further a greed or ambition for a country that is not his. So he must not be successful in that, because for him to be successful there will cause ripples right across Europe.
The concentric circles that spread out from Russia's actions are expected whatever happens in Ukraine. And a new, more aggressive Russia is likely to next lay its claim on this, the Arctic region. What was once an area locked up by ice is now opening up due to climate change, leaving it vulnerable to heavy-handed attempts at a land grab. More than 50 Soviet-era military bases have now reopened, abandoned since the Cold War. And now, the UK is deploying submarine spotting aircraft to the region.
Whatever we think of climate change, we're all going to have to live with the consequences of it. And that means in places like the high north and in the Arctic Circle, where areas of traditionally sort of frozen solid ice wastelands for many months of the year will be opened up. And what we'll see is countries such as China and Russia and probably the West using those passengers for transiting for goods and trade. And that means competition.
The scenario for this month's NATO exercise is the invasion of Norway by a fictitious nation. Across Europe, though, Norway's fiction has become Ukraine's reality. Heading to help them, though, not these troops, but these high-tech, higher-cost weapons.
Those handheld anti-tank weapons are coming out of your budget. They cost an awful lot of money. Do you need more money right now?
Right now, we've got a record settlement, 24 billion over the next 4 years. Look, as the threat changes, as need requires, of course we'll have discussions with the Chancellor. That's what any defence minister would do, but right now...
How receptive is the Chancellor?
He's a Chancellor. Look, we'll get there.
Power dynamics in Europe and the high north are being redefined. As ice thaws, relations are freezing further with every passing day.